We're wild and half geese. Showing the breeze with the wild geese.
Hello.
Hi.
Where's my camera? Hello.
Yeah. Get our
Hello, everyone.
close-up. I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. What's your second name?
Oh my God.
What's your full name and address?
Anonymous.
Hi,
Called
Bree.
Sound Girl. Hi, Laura. How are you?
I'm all right. How are you? Did
I'm
you
okay.
miss me?
I did. Yeah. Yeah. It's been 2 days since I saw you.
I know. I took the weekend off, and it's been 48 hours since we've hung out, and I'm just making sure Breda's all right.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
I'm fine.
I actually talked to my housemate about it last night. I said, I think that she doesn't want to hang out with me sometimes because I talk about work a lot. Because I can't help it. So I shouldn't
Yeah.
take it personally when your friend doesn't want to hang out with you. So it's just because she wants time away.
Yeah, and heaven forbid, I know this is hard for you to understand because you're a twin and it's just how you're, wired. But some people like alone time. They like to be alone.
I like alone time too.
You do.
No, I did. I
You
actually
get
enjoyed
so
it.
weird sometimes.
I
You're
don't.
just like, I don't want to go. It's so boring. So alone.
Well, that's if I had lots of family around me, but I didn't. I was feeling a little vulnerable on Saturdays all.
Oh.
I
And here's the guilt trip starts. It's like toxic. So it's like, so you can never spend alone time again because it
fine.
hurt me.
You have taught me how to self-soothe, which is a good thing. I think.
Oh my God, Joe said the same thing. I'm out here teaching everyone how to self-soothe. It's great. I'm telling you, it's the way forward.
Yeah,
because
it's great to have a friend that's cold.
who's I'm not
You know, like you
cold.
need someone who's really like just, yeah.
I don't think I'm cold. I actually think I'm really caring.
You are caring.
I do a lot for people.
I do a lot for people. Yeah.
Myself and Breda met this kind of hippie chick once, and that was her favorite saying. And it was so ironic because she was so selfish.
Yeah. Most people that keep good on about
I
it's
do
like
a lot for people.
the lady doth protest too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how a nice jumper there, Laura.
Thank you. Yeah, we out here representing. Wait, Achill
Yeah.
Island. Where
Achill.
my island girls at?
Achill's on the map now. Colin Farrell said it.
Island girl. Do you remember those two lads?
What lads?
I don't know. They were just like, I don't know, it's just these two lads that were like covered in tattoos and they were like singing about being island boys. But they live in Florida. So Florida's
Really?
not quite an island, is it?
No, it's not an island at all. But
Achill
isn't
is
even.
represent. You would have heard about it.
Achill has a bridge though. Well, it's not. It's actually attached to the mainland. Why is it an island?
Well, no, there's a bridge, but it is an island.
All right. Oh yeah, I suppose. Well, there's a bridge. You're not quite cut off from the world like the way the Inishmore is.
Oh, Inishmore this, Inishmore that.
But Achill is on the
Achill
map
is
now,
best.
isn't it?
Yeah, Kim Beach was voted one of the most beautiful beaches on the planet.
Yeah,
So,
it was.
suck on
You're
that,
going to have
apples.
so many more tourists now thanks to Ben Cheese.
Yeah, I know, but it's kind of not really a town built for mass tourism either
Or
because
sheep,
the
mass
roads
sheep
are
either.
terrifying. Yeah, there's too many sheep everywhere
Yeah,
because your man is he's like a gangster.
He's like J.R. Ewing.
Yeah, he's like a sheep gangster where he just gets mad bursaries to have loads of sheep and then just puts them everywhere and then they've nothing to eat.
Yeah, people were saying to me in Achill that like a woman came in and to her sitting room and there was a sheep eating her curtains.
That woman was my aunt.
Oh yeah. And they're just everywhere eating everyone's flowers, but they eat everything. That's the problem. It's like, why can't they just
To be fair,
why can't
Achill
you
is
just, like,
barren.
barren? It's so
There's
barren.
not a bit of gorse left or nothing like.
No, or any heather or anything. Anyway, that's well. I suppose we could talk about farming, couldn't we? And
No, we can't. No.
the terrible farming practices allowed to happen in Ireland,
I'd rather
just
not.
for brown envelopes, basically.
I'd rather not.
Yeah, it's like.
Although you're
it's like a
planting trees
mafia.
soon, Brie, aren't you?
I am planting trees. We're going to planting about like 6 acres, which should be about 6,000 trees. I'm going to inoculate them with mycelium spores so they'll
Oh my
grow
God,
into mushrooms.
There's so many words there. Inoculate into psyllium spores.
Inoculate the roots with mycelium spores. They're kind of
Inoculate your root.
Inoculation is a
Mycelium,
great word.
eh?
We could inoculate. We should be inoculating ourselves all the time with mushrooms. Do you take mushrooms? It's mushroom season now,
Not
people.
often. No, it's actually the only food I don't really fuck with. Like I like the taste.
Talking about magic ones.
Oh.
I'm joking.
Oh.
But no, a lot of people take mushrooms around this time of the year. start of
Oh,
the year.
okay.
I mean, because they've had them, they've dried them, and sort of thing.
Well, I heard microdosing on them is
It's good
actually
for
quite
depression.
good for your mental
Yeah,
health. Yeah.
It's good for it. Treats
Or
addiction
like-
and stuff.
Like, do you know when people do like guided trips? You know, like you've got a professional holding onto your hand.
I
and
mean,
do
they
a
shouldn't
trip.
be illegal. They should be just, again, just monitored and maybe tested and
Yeah.
or just,
But
like
apparently they work really
regulated.
well after like limited amount. You know, it's like they only want to like pay for, when things, if you take like the pill and other stuff and heart medication, it's like because you have to take it so regularly, you have to buy it often. So
Oh yeah, I mean the
Okay.
pharmaceutical company has
dude, I am
everyone
I
under the
slit
thumb.
my finger open today.
What happened?
Do you know the thing?
You shaven?
Do you know? No, it's not quite a razor, but it's like for the peach fluff on your face.
Oh yeah, I don't know what them things
and
are.
the
They
new hair.
get stubbly after a while.
No, that is a
No,
wives'
just because
tale,
you're young
Breda.
now, but
Oh
one
my
day you'll wake up
God,
with a
no.
full-on beard.
No, yeah,
You'd
well,
be like fucking Burt Reynolds.
I'd be like Breda Larkin.
I got waxed actually. It's so funny.
Did you?
Yeah,
Oh, let's have a
top
look.
and tail. Yeah,
A top and
and,
tail. They do your tail
they
as
do.
well.
and you know the way the small talk. And she's chatting away to me. Lisa Marie, here, oh terrible, Lisa Marie.
Did she wax your arse?
No, she
Oh.
face with my arse wax.
Why did you say top and tail?
It's just called top and tail because I guess they do
Wax your
your
arse.
arse as well. You could
Oh.
say.
Did you get it
it's
done?
Very,
Oh,
well, no, I was saying there she's talking to me and I have like wax all over my lip. I'm like, can't actually talk back, but it's
Oh,
funny.
okay.
And then when she rips it off, and I'm like, yeah, it's terrible about Lisa Marie. Yeah, yeah. They love chatting, don't they?
They do.
It's great though, distraction. She's really fast, this woman. Yeah, I like her.
But anyway, that is a wives' tale. Like a hair follicle starts under the skin, like in the follicle. So like cutting off the hair at the top, which is what a razor does, doesn't then grow new follicles of hair. It's
But if
bullshit.
you shave, like you have to do laser, if you do like the laser, you have to shave to kind of get the black stubbly hairs up. That works the best on sort of light skin. And like if you do that, there's no way you will end up with stubble. Like that's what happens.
Nah. Wives' tales.
No.
Where's the science? Someone
The
get
science-
a scientist in.
Why do you think men like when they shave their beards, they have real stubbly? They didn't start off being stubbly like
Yeah, but
a wire
anyone
brush.
gets stubble after shaving the fucking hairs.
Yeah, that's
You don't get
said they
new
didn't.
stubble, is what I'm saying. It's not like if you shave one hair, there'll be 5 next time. That's not how it works.
No, I know that, but like I'm talking about the stubble that's created from. So the wax doesn't.
Yeah, but if
create
you've
as much
stubble, you've hair there. End
yeah,
of
okay,
story.
so here today, gone tomorrow. It's terrible,
Anyway.
Lisa Marie, though, isn't it?
Who said
Lisa
it?
Marie Presley, she died.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
right. I thought Lisa
else
Marie was
died?
someone from Ballinasloe.
Yeah, no, that's what I thought. I was like, who's Lisa Marie? I don't know her. Oh, Presley,
The vet's daughter. Loves the ketamine.
the vet's daughter. Yeah, yeah. So that's it's.
How you feeling?
And you didn't compliment my jumper.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
This is, Charlotte's Love. She tie dyes jumpers and hoodies and all.
Jumpers.
This is a present given to me for Bonnie Boo. The first time I met her at Electric Picnic, she clothed me. She let me borrow her jumper.
She clothed you.
And I loved it so much. She said, "You love that jumper, don't you?" I said, "I love it." She said, "You can keep it."
Oh,
I don't love it as much as you do. Well, she still loved it. Charlotte, she loves it. But she just was not so kind of her. I
Well,
was
she
like,
has a few Charlotte's Love stuff, I think.
oh, right. Well,
Well,
I tell ya.
well, I'm sure.
No, it's great. Great hoodie.
But how you feeling? Like, I know I was absolutely dying sick over the winter. Like, I feel like everybody over Christmas was sick as a dog. I couldn't even go home for Christmas.
I know,
was
you
so
poor
sick.
thing. Yeah, I didn't get what you had then. And I was fine at Christmas and the New Year. And then I went to Paris for 3 days and I was feeling a little bit.
Ooh la la.
Yeah, a little bit not well, but I
Did you
was
get lucky
okay.
in Paris?
Hmm?
Did you get lucky in Paris?
No, I just went to see the Eiffel Tower
Oh my god.
and the Notre Dame.
You
no.
wanted to get an Eiffel Tower, you know what I'm
I
saying?
went to a couple of gay bars, yeah.
Oh.
There's loads of lesbian bars, loads of gay
Oh,
bars.
sweet. I
in-
bet the
in
lesbians
Paris.
are hot in Paris.
Yeah, I went to a
Yeah.
dive bar, like a
Dyke bar.
dive bar. Reminded me of Loafers in Cork back in the day. Same vibe, pool table, beers.
Loafers.
Yeah, that was what the lesbian bar was called.
Love that
Cork
name.
Loafers.
Okay.
It's closed down. I'm just sitting there empty. Terrible shame.
You feel sick. Actually, do you know what's funny?
I feel a bit sick now. I have a sinus infection, I think, by more.
Oh, I'm sorry. But apparently,
Mm.
we should be taking probiotics, right? And I read that there is probiotics in a certain bacteria in pussy. So eating pussy is like taking probiotics.
Oh, I did. Oh, right.
You heard it here first.
Heard it here first.
There's a certain type of bacteria. I forget what it's called.
So
But
eating
yeah.
pussy is good for you.
Yeah,
It
it's
is
good.
anyway,
It's like
isn't it?
probiotic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I took antibiotics and Jesus, they fuck up your vagina.
Yeah.
They like do you know, we're talking
They fuck up
thrush,
the flora.
BV, all that jazz.
Flora and the fauna. They're a bit
Actually,
like
I went into the pharmacy to get something for BV, right? And I went up to the pharmacist and I was like, hey, do you have anything for BV? And he's like, BV. And I was like,
like the Blessed Virgin.
yeah. And I was like, you know, bacterial vaginosis. And it's so funny, pharmacies, isn't it? Yeah, bacterial vaginosis.
Like, what?
And he was like, wait, what? And I was just like, my coochie's doing the pee pop. And I was like, just dude, help me. And he had to get the other pharmacist, and they were like, oh, do you know what I mean? Like really struggling to find something. I was like, come on, guys. Like, this is so common. You know, apparently it is optional for GPs to study women's health. It's optional. It's an option to study women's health. Yeah. Or it used to be, or it still is. I don't know, but it definitely used to be.
Well,
And
I know they do
cutting themselves off.
like 2 weeks of nutrition. That's all they do in their whole 7 years of practice.
Yeah.
They just learn what's pharmaceutical. Like, it's the pharmaceutical industry. They fund the education. That's that. I mean, people need to start realizing that. And
you need to wake up, people.
Wake up now. Like, you know, because I was talking about soil before, you are what you eat. You know, the soil, we're all becoming sicker because the soil is sicker. That's the truth.
Yeah, probably.
There's no magnesium, hardly very much, like little magnesium present in soils anymore, which is really important for your health. So we should all be taking magnesium supplements.
Check out our song Slurry, which is on YouTube, which is all about not spraying the soil with total shit.
But it's even just the fact that it's just been washed away. The topsoil has been washed away.
Anyway, all that you can spray.
There's nothing wrong with slurry. Can be a good fertilizer, but it needs to be treated.
Yeah,
it's just
Slurry
like raw
Pro.
sewage.
Get yours
you know what
today.
I saw something disgusting the other day? You know, in China, they have like this 20-story factory, pig factory, 20 stories of pigs in there. Imagine the smell. Can you imagine?
Yeah, be a bit like a...
That is just swine flu waiting to happen. That's like literally...
like a frat house.
Humans are very close to pig flesh. With the closest, that's why a lot of people don't eat pork, like the Jews and the Muslims.
I asked a chef once. I worked in a hostel in London, and I was asking all the chefs. So it was like just so bored and weird. I was like asking all of them. I was like, if you had to... yeah, that too. But I had to ask them. I was like, if you were to cook human flesh, how would you cook it? And they were like, most of them were like, you're a freak, get away from me. And then one of them didn't even look up, and he put the knife into the thing, and he's like, this like total like deadpan Russian fella, and he's like, well, apparently it's very like pig flesh, so I would go in with a sear. And I was like terrified, because I was like, oh, he has thought about this.
That is the truth.
Or has potentially done it. Yeah, I know. It's
so
awful.
we shouldn't be eating pork.
Pigs never see the sky either. Apparently they can't look up.
Well, they can't. Yeah, but the saddest thing is there's a fancy woman there with her little injection. They have to be.
Oh no,
the
please
little
stop.
piglets have to be injected with
No,
iron.
Breda, stop.
I'm just saying they have to be injected with iron because they don't have any iron.
People don't want to hear about this. Okay,
piglets are born without iron.
Breda, see the way she just continues. Then anyway, it just has to get it out.
I just want to say that.
Yeah, I know, but people don't want to hear.
They normalize the.
Anyway, let's talk about something a bit more.
I live with a vegan. Hi vegans.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna like eat. Imagine if I like,
do vegans eat pussy? They do.
They do, yeah, big time.
Okay.
But like, but I'm saying, yeah. Imagine if I was thinking of faking it. It says I was a vegan. I want to date. So I just pretend I'm a vegan.
Yeah, but...
and then imagine get disowned by daddy and all the farming community. But just for pussy.
Dating a vegan is worse than dating a Protestant.
Oh yeah. I come home with a vegan. They're like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah. She better be a Protestant now.
Yeah.
Not a fucking one of them vegans.
Yeah, but
so
actually, I've been
don't not be yourself, Breda. Tell them you eat sausage.
I like beef. I like.
And you're the
beef
one who wouldn't turn down a bit of fucking pork. Mrs. fucking Pig Towers.
I haven't
Inject
eaten
them
pork in
with
a while.
fucking...
Really try. I
go
really
away.
try.
Yeah, but you're the one that loves cracking out an old sausage every
No,
now
I
and again.
don't.
Yes, you do. Whenever we go anywhere, we're like, oh, what will I get for breakfast? Will I get a few sausages? That's your favorite saying. Will I get a few sausages?
I know.
So
I'm not
Miss
saying.
fucking
I'm not.
woke, holier than thou.
I'm not saying
Pig factory
that,
this, shots of iron that. Fucking
Look,
loves
we
a bit
could-
of black pudding up on her plate.
We could just be doing it a little bit better. That's all. You know.
Yeah, sure. Or you could sustain from
Or I
pork.
could
I never
sustain.
eat pork.
But actually, this
Ever.
new year,
Never
maybe
like
I should.
toasties. I like
Maybe that could be one of my resolutions. Then, just quit the pork.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
right.
I'll do it.
We'll see. The next podcast, we'll see how you've gotten on
Okay.
without eating
Fine.
pork.
Let's do it.
Yeah, grand.
What's yours?
Mine is to get more probiotics.
Yeah, I bought you a packet of them, didn't I?
Packet
Yeah,
of
I
vaginas.
care.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Women. So I was listening to Joanne and Vogue's podcast, My Therapist Goes to Me, and they talk about the ick.
Oh, yeah.
Getting the ick. And a lot of my female friends, when we have the chat, they seems to be in the dialogue now of getting the ick and whatever. But then I was thinking, do you ever feel like you might give someone the ick?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, this haircut probably.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like your haircut.
Yeah,
It just grows really
suppose
fast.
Yeah, but I suppose you can give people the ick depending if they remind you of something. Like I remember when I used to sleep with this girl once night. She was like, woke up, she's like, "What's that?" She was freaked out by something in the bed.
Oh,
but I'd
God.
taken off my socks during the night,
Massive dildo. Oh, okay.
and there I had 2 balls at the bottom of the bed.
Oh my God,
And
I do that every
she
single
thought
night.
She thought it was a mouse or something. So that,
Did you ever
I
like
think,
lift
ever
up
ick.
the bottom of the bed and there's like 15 different pairs of socks
Yeah,
down
I
there?
do.
You're
Yeah,
like-
yeah. So like that's I don't know if that could be ick or something like that. But then
It's,
yeah, I
it's
could
more
be.
so like personality things, I think. It's things you do or, you know, I
I
don't
don't know. Sure, I can't tell what other people think of me.
Yeah. That's
Anyway, what
true.
other people think of you is none of your business. Should remember that.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right, Barney and friends.
that's true though. You should. You should. Be
I feel like I definitely would give people the ick. Like, given that I do like comedy and like, I'm sure my Instagram probably turns people off or like just stupid videos I make and things like that.
What's
I was
wrong with
just-
that?
No, I think they're great. I think I'm hilarious. But like, do you know, if you were looking through them, they might be a bit like, oh,
People always
'Cause-
say sense of humor is number one thing they find attractive.
it
in
is.
people.
It is. But then what if it's not your humor? It's like, oh, how embarrassing. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, okay, I get
Do
you.
you know? Sometimes I feel like I have a friend who's really sexy and she's like a total Scorpio.
Danielle.
Okay, first of all, that's not her name. And
Danielle.
Danielle is very sexy.
Yeah, she's the sexiest of your friends.
Dude, why don't you just fucking call her? Although she's straight. You're like, you've such a habit for straight women.
I know, yeah.
Jesus.
She plays the piano. Oh Jesus, huh?
I know, yeah. She's
She's a
fucking
great
banging.
singer.
All my friends are hot.
They are all hot.
All
yeah.
anyone I surround myself with.
Yeah,
If
like-
you're good friends with me, the chances are you're banging. You know? It's just, I don't know. It's just they gravitate towards me.
yeah,
I
yeah.
suppose, you know, real sees real, you know? But anyway.
I just,
So like, my other friend, that's a sexy Scorpio.
Neve.
Stop! You love naming people. I like to try and keep things like not so personal.
Yeah, yeah.
But anyway, yeah, Neve.
Yeah,
she's
go on.
Jason. But like, she's got really good like, you know, decorum when it comes to like chatting to people in a bar or when she's first chatting to a person and blah blah blah. She's quite smooth and you know, she doesn't give too much away and blah, blah, blah. But I feel like for some reason, maybe it's the comedian in me, but I just go straight like, you know, embarrassing dad, you know, like embarrassing one-liners. Like I feel like they're ironically funny. So I'll be like,
Give us one.
do you know, I don't know. I can't think of it
Go
right
on.
now. But, you know, like, let's say something happens at the bar and like, you know, like the bartender, you know, pulls the thing and they get sprayed in the face or
Yeah.
whatever. Like, usually I get a bit of warning before that happens. Do you know, in that tone, in that voice, that
When
body
they say,
language.
do you want to tap that with your card? Like, oh yeah,
Like,
do you?
Certainly. What do you know? Like,
You want
or
to tap that?
just like, huh, am I right? So I can imagine I probably give people the ick.
I don't
that way.
Well, no, I don't know.
I
But
don't
what
know.
gives you the ick then? Or can you think of a situation where you ever turned off somebody?
I don't know.
I guess that time
Certain
when my
tattoos,
girlfriend
maybe.
started beating me, got the ick. And she stuck her finger in my eye. I was like, I don't like her anymore.
Oh no.
Joking.
Yeah, total ick. When you're like,
No.
that's called an abusive relationship.
I'm
Rita.
joking. I'm sure I gave my girlfriend the ick when I, went missing for 24 hours. I was in a,
I don't know.
she was like, heard my voice, but I was in a van on ketamine somewhere. She's
Okay.
like, where is she? So that probably gave her the ick, all right.
Right. I don't know if that would give the ick or more so like give people a heart attack or.
Apparently I came and got my guitar out of the van and I didn't, she said that I don't remember even seeing her. But I literally
So high.
took my guitar and just left. How bad is that? Anyway,
Hey,
I've
listen.
changed.
Yeah.
This is why I'm single. I really am not cut out for relationships. Because you have to be around them all the time. You know what I mean?
know, me neither. Yeah. I think monogamy is on the way out though.
No, I have a nice house.
You
right
want
now.
your cake and eat it too. That's what you want. You want wifey, you want girlfriend, but at the same time you want to be able to just do what you want whenever you want.
Don't we all?
Yeah, but that's unfortunately not how relationships work. Like, there's a lot of give and take, there's sacrifice.
There is a lot of sacrifice.
There's a
think
lot of buying
Not
two
everyone is
things
suited
instead
to
of
each other. We were
one.
talking about that actually with last night because, like people that are domesticated like to sit in versus people that don't. They like to go out. Like that can be. It really is about a blend
my excuse
of
then.
someone. Well, would you say if you're in a relationship, when you were in a relationship, would you
Which was
go out together or would you
10,000
stay
years
in
ago.
together and watch a movie? Stuff like that.
I don't know. You'd like to think that it's balanced, but you do end up spending more time in, don't you?
Yes, but some people want to spend all the time in. They like to make, be domestic and they
Yeah,
cook dinner, want to make a home. Really, other people in their
I'm into
having
that.
other people come into the relationship is not, what other people just want to go out and see a gig or.
Would you ever be a third party? A special guest?
Oh, I don't know.
What do you mean? The couple were hot, like.
Yeah, I could. I don't really mind. These days, I'm just so sick and old. I feel like I don't care anymore.
Old. Oh my god, it's too much pork.
Yeah. What did you have for breakfast anyway?
I had. Oh, this is gonna sound so pretentious, but I had a glass of celery juice
I knew it.
because I'm on a health journey.
She's got a nice juicer though.
Check out these juicers. No joking.
Yeah.
I am though. I'm
Is
trying.
that all you had?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's all I had time to have.
Yeah.
Dude, okay. I want to know if anyone listening is the same as me, but like for some reason my whole life, even when I was a kid, like in school and getting up at 7:30 in the morning to go to school, like my body clock always just wants to stay up until 3, half
Yeah.
3, and then I don't want to actually wake up until like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And I don't care who
night
You know
owl.
what? No one judges me. People always want to make you feel so bad about that. But I'm like, do you know what? Fuck you. Who says that these are the rules? This is just
It's
like
just a
society. It's just capitalism that want you in there as early as you can.
7 o'clock in the bed. That's
Yeah,
not
so you can
normal.
make money for them.
In Germany, the kids have to go to school at 8 o'clock or something.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's terrible. 8 o'clock. And then
We had to
even
get
in
up at
England, they have a
7:30.
long
I
school
was
day.
in really early because my mom, like, God rest her,
What time did you have to get up at?
like 7:30.
Oh, I had to get up at 10 to 8.
Yeah, it's a bit much. But she would drop us in, bless her, and then she would go to work. So that's why she was like, if you want the lift, you have to get up early.
It was lucky we were the last stop on the bus, which was like
Oh,
half
handy.
8. Yeah.
Oh, handy.
So the bus would collect us.
Do you had a school bus?
Yeah.
So
No,
country.
it was a mile away
Love
from
that.
it was a mile away from our house. So we'd have to.
What was the bus driver like?
Oh, he's sound. He used to let us smoke.
No way.
Yeah, then someone complained we had to stop smoking on the
Yeah, I
bus.
bet they complained. Their fucking hair and uniform stink. Were you smoking fags in the morning?
Yeah.
Ye dirty scrots. Oh my
It's
god.
down the back. Then,
Imagine then the country bumpkins piling on, smell of shite
I know
off
the
you,
smell of shite,
burning
the
up the
smell-
fags
yeah.
down the bag. You animals.
there was one girl, yeah, she used to be a great camogie player and she'd sit beside me. She used to smoke major. She'd have about 4 on the way and I'd smoke
Ew,
one.
oh my god.
Yeah. And then
Ew. Wait,
but-
major blacks or how?
major, they had a nice packet. They were green. They had like 20.
Wasn't there different colors of major then?
No, it's just one straight.
Oh,
major.
okay.
It's nice,
For-
short,
40
buttery
majors.
fag, really strong.
Dude,
fag.
when I had my first job in a petrol station, and some guy came in, country fella, obviously, and he was like, do you have 20 cars? And I was like, 20,
Oh,
20.
Carol's are
And
disgusting.
no, it's so funny that you understood that. But I was like, what is he saying to me? He was like, 20 cars. And I was like, the carrots are at the back, you know? And he was just looking at me
20
like,
carrots,
20 carrots, like carrots and cigarettes. And I was like, oh, right. Which ones are those again? Because I was like just on the time where they got rid of all the pictures of them.
Oh
So I
gosh, you were
couldn't-
really young. Yeah,
Yeah.
There was great silk cuts back in the day. It was red, blue, and purple. Silk and purple. And so remember this girl, me and Ella asked this girl for fag at school disco, and she's a townie. She's kind of like a bit rough, you know, kind of a cool. And she said it's a blue, and I was like, me and Ella were like thought it was drugs. We're like, it's a blue.
Oh my
You know,
God.
silk and blue. They're
I remember
lighter.
menthols were a thing, like Vogue.
Oh, I hate menthols.
Vogue menthols was what my sister used to smoke because she was that bitch. But yeah.
Yeah, you see,
So,
the
like,
kind of marketing to
skinny
cigarettes. Do you know how the women, when cigarettes were invented first, women never smoked. They never. It
Yeah, but
was
they
just,
weren't allowed smoke.
No, they weren't allowed to smoke.
They weren't allowed to vote. They weren't
No,
allowed to have
no.
a job. They weren't allowed to smoke.
They never smoked because it was, obviously stupid to smoke because it's bad for your health. So the lads in the army, they used to feed them free fags for their army. A lot of people started smoking during World War One and Two.
Yeah, but that's
And
why
then,
it's-
so they wanted to get the women to smoke. So Edward Bernays was, he's the father of public relations.
it's
He's a
really
nephew
delicious
of
name.
Bernays, yeah.
Mm.
Well, he's a bit of a prick. But he
Oh.
was Sigmund Freud's nephew. Now, he used to manipulate human behaviour. Like, he was the father of public relations, PR and everything.
Okay.
And he worked for different governments, but he came up with the cigarette companies. They came up with how we're going to get women to smoke. So there was a women's march kind of around the 50s or 60s, and they got a load of actresses to march at the top, 4 women, really good looking women. And around the time the papers, or at that time, you take a photograph and it would be in the front page of the paper, and they put the cigarettes in their mouth and they lit up the cigarettes. And it was like, they called them torches of freedom. It was a feminist sort of liberation for women.
Were they topless?
Smoking. No, they were just attractive.
Oh.
And then that was the front page of the paper, torches of freedom, and that's how they manipulated women to smoke.
Okay.
So they still manipulate women to smoke by these Marlboro
Also,
Touch.
it's highly addictive. So
It's highly addictive once you start, but most people will say when they took a first drag of cigarettes, it's absolutely disgusting. Me included, I was like, that it's disgusting.
Yeah,
But somehow I started
rotten.
smoking. So it's just, pure manipulation of the mind. Yeah. So it's interesting, isn't it? That's Edward Bernays. There you go.
okay. Torches of
tidbit.
freedom.
Torches of freedom, yeah.
I don't smoke.
I know, you're very good. Yeah.
I know.
I mean, I don't smoke.
I did for
anymore.
a while though. I used to smoke hella, like joints.
I can't imagine you smoking.
Yeah, big time. It's so funny because Breda met me when I got sober. So you have never known me to drink the fuck out of it and smoke
Yeah.
copious amounts of weed.
Yeah.
I used to. Trust me.
Trust.
I'd say I fucking give you a run for your money, drink wise.
I
I'm sure you
don't
can't
think
handle your
I-
drink anyway. So
Yeah, I know. I'm allergic. I'm allergic. I realize I'm not an alcoholic. I just have ADHD, so I get hyper when I drink.
yeah.
Impulsive.
Am I an alcoholic or do I have ADHD? This is the question.
Well, ADHD, people that with ADHD, alcohol, they're much more impulsive when it comes to drinking. Yeah. I think so.
Okay, well that makes sense. You're more impulsive to most things.
Yes, yes,
Mm.
yes.
But anyway, are we going to do odd jobs? Or no, we were going to talk about death.
Oh, yeah. Death.
Yeah. Yay.
Well,
Yay.
might as well, because I suppose.
Well, I don't know. I just feel like a lot has happened over the winter, and like I don't know if any OG listeners, we have some of our earlier episodes are labeled "Good Grief" because we talk a lot about grief, and I think it's important to talk about it and to talk about how fucking shit it is.
Yeah.
So if anybody's grieving right now, I hear you, I see you. It's fucking shite. Really shite. And I would say it will probably get better, but that doesn't really help right now, how you feel right now. But from someone who is on the longer finger of it.
This is supposed to be a very depressing day.
What
Isn't it
is-
the second Monday in January? It's supposed to be the most depressing day of the year or something like that.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Yeah. So here we go. Here's more depression. I know. I want to give a shout out because I did lose my brother-in-law last year, and his birthday was the other day, and I think he would have turned 42. He's so young, you know. So and it's like
Yeah, it's the anniversaries that suck.
anniversaries and birthdays
But
really are
the
hard.
lead up to them is shit, and the days after are pretty shit. But then when the actual day comes, it's just another day, and you always expect it to be like really different or for something
Yeah,
to happen.
actually.
But then when it just is another day, you're like, oh, okay then. But I just will say, like we'll keep it brief because I don't want to depress the heads off people, but like just mind yourself like physically when it comes to grief, because grief has a lot of physical repercussions. Like the body grieves. Whatever happens to you happens to the body. Like this fucking paper cut. But anyway,
How did you do the paper cut again?
well, it wasn't paper cut. I was shaving my face.
Oh yes,
But it's not a shaver. It's like one of those.
I know you said.
You know those makeup things that all the girls on TikTok use. So. TikTok.
Yes,
I like TikTok
all
now.
these influencers that
I'm
are
into
like
it.
21. It's like, what are you
So?
influencing?
So, why are you bitter?
Well, I'm not bitter. It's just I don't know how you can be an influencer when you're so young.
Well, because they're influencing people who are easily influenced.
Yeah,
Duh.
that's what it's about, isn't it?
Apparently.
Yeah, so it's more like Edward Bernays would be spinning his grave. See, everyone's a
No,
PR.
Edward Bernays would be fucking
Well, he'd
wanking
be
off in
delighted.
his grave.
Yeah,
He'd be delighted. He'd be like, torches of freedom, kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if we just get 12-year-olds to smoke.
Yeah.
And then they get hooked even younger. Sweet. But anyway, yeah, so the physical repercussions, just be careful, mind yourself, try and take time off when you really can, and like stop and think like, oh, maybe it's the grief, because it usually is. You know, it makes your health way worse. And you know, like I was in and out of hospital trying to get ultrasounds this, ultrasounds that, and I was like, find the tumor. And they were like, you're not dying. And I was like, yeah, but I'm dying. They're like, no, you're not dying. And I was like, yeah, but I'm dying. So like, I don't know, just be careful. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, I think
Mind
you're
yourself.
right. Mind yourself. And yeah, I don't have any advice on that. I know, I think I have had to mind myself because I've been a whole 10 days inside. I haven't done anything because I have this head cold, and I just think it's manifested in my head, like, you know,
Yeah,
because the grief, because I'm just, I actually have to, forced to stay inside and take it easy and go to bed early. And I've been really looking after myself. I have, talking and stuff.
Oh, I just got really hungry as you were talking there.
Yeah, because you haven't eaten anything.
I had a glass
porridge
celery.
with prunes, two prunes.
Oh my God.
Nuts.
Such an old woman.
Cinnamon.
2 prunes?
Yeah, prunes, yeah.
Is that to get things going, is it? Oh, wow. Wow.
Well,
You're
prunes are good. They're good
41,
for
okay?
There's fibre
Not
in
81.
them. There's fibre and iron. There's iron in them. Again, you need iron. Like the little piggies getting injected. We also need iron because we have lack of iron in the soil as well.
Okay.
Anyway, iron and magnesium. Get them supplements. Yeah, yeah. That's what I say. Self-care, I mean, is things
Just go outside and lick the gate.
Lick the gate. It's true. That's funny. Yeah, so
lick your gate.
I did my first funeral celebrant. I did a funeral for my friend's mother. God help.
What an incredible woman. Though.
She was an incredible woman. It was such a honor when their daughter asked me to do it, and I could do it. I am a trained celebrant, but I'd never done one before. I didn't say that, you know, but this was like an MC job, because I mean, you know, it's cremation. You've got to keep things tight, and it's you know, but it's true.
Nice and personal.
What you mean?
It's like, you gotta keep it tight, ladies. Let's wrap it up here. Talk about your mother.
You're going, okay, you got to get this family out of here.
I know.
There's a certain industry of death. It makes me a bit uncomfortable, like the industry of hospitals and stuff like that.
Yeah, but sure, what would we do without them? We'd be fucking burying people ourselves.
Yeah, but you can be. There's a certain thing you can be a little bit more.
I will say though, I love the way Irish people handle death.
Yeah,
like
funerals,
we are decent. Like
wakes and stuff.
The wakes, like the fact that literally every single fucking person in the town will come in, shake your hand, look you dead in the eye, and be like, "So sorry for your loss." So, what are the favorites? Sorry for your loss. Sorry for your troubles.
Yeah.
And so sorry. So sorry.
So sorry.
So sorry.
Yeah. Grabbing your hand. Yeah.
And like I was at one recently, and they had to take a break because it was so, like, the queues were so long. We were there from like 5:30 to like 10.
Yeah, that was
crazy.
your aunt-in-law, wasn't it? She was a country woman, you see.
Yeah.
And she was a nurse, and her daughters are very popular nurses. So when you have that combination,
She has also like
and she's got a lot of
6
sisters,
brothers
siblings,
and
yeah.
sisters, you know.
then you have the whole town will come.
Yeah, and I suppose in the
Whole
country, like,
village.
because it was on in the country as well. And, like in the country, everyone's home after work.
Yeah.
So they just go down and.
But it's just like you don't miss a
Was-
funeral. Like if you're in the country,
I know.
when I go home, Mommy's like, "You coming to this funeral?" I was like, "No, who is it? You know, your cousin."
Yeah, but it's a great sense of community.
it is.
Like
I
they're
mean, I
on,
don't-
but the amount of food that showed up at the house was
How many tarts?
incredible. I counted 8 tarts.
All apple.
Yeah,
Any rhubarb?
yeah, 1 or 2
Oh, yeah,
rhubarb,
I
which
love
I was
rhubarb
delighted.
fresh.
But I was like, where the crumble at? Like, where's the fucking crumble at? Do you know what I mean? I was like, where's it's all about rhubarb crumble. But anyway, apple tart is
So
cool
speaking of-
too.
Well, like self-care, we'll do a little improv self-care about grief then, perhaps.
Okay.
Will we?
Okay, sure.
Let's try it.
Self care is
This is my new banjolele.
around grief. Oh, it's actually a real size banjo.
Yeah, it's real size banjo.
Breda's just
My massive
Breda's
hand.
just well endowed in the lesbian
I
community.
need to do something with my hair. Like that's like no color. It's just like brown.
No,
It's
it isn't.
blonde
It
in
looks
it.
kind of blondie. You
No,
look
I'm gonna dye my hair purple. I've decided. Or
Purple?
shave it.
okay.
I need a change.
Okay.
I need a change from my hair. I have
Yeah.
fair hair. What color's your hair? Fair.
Anybody who
Fair
deals
hair.
with grief, just shave your head off. Or not
Yeah.
shave your head off. Shave your
Shave
hair
your hair.
off.
People just think that you're gone mad, don't they? People in
No.
your family. Oh, she's gone mad now. Look at her. She's lesbian
No.
and with no hair.
No. Actually, apparently, if you cut it real short and dye it peroxide blonde, that's when you've really fallen off. Look at Miley. Look at Katie. It's the ultimate, like, I'm going for a real change. But
Dolores
really
O'Riordan
just
did that.
end up looking like a dyke.
She did her hair nice and short, peroxide. Dolores is gorgeous, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's 5 years dead now yesterday.
Sorry. Just hang in there, folks. Okay.
I just want to mention behind you there, Laura, the 5th of February.
Oh, yeah.
Bridget's Flamin'. Come and see Nina Hines. This is one of the chords she uses.
Anyway, so self-care is, or grieving is. Oh, yeah. Sounds pretty.
That's Raging Fire.
Beautiful song.
Try to control everything.
Let's leave it to Nina.
Fire.
Okay. Sounds
Anyway,
great.
Gorgeous song. It's about alcoholism.
But yeah, it's going to be great, actually, that show. It's going to be fucking lit. We're going in for Bridget.
Going in for Bridget, yeah.
Bridget's flame.
Bridget's Flame.
It's going to be a bunch of women getting flaming.
So we'll just do the chorus and you just break into the improv.
Okay.
How are you in yourself? How are you in yourself? How are you in yourself? We're talking about your mental health.
So grieving is fucking shite. Your mother is dead. And kill yourself you might. But maybe don't, because it's either 2 options, isn't it? It's either kill yourself or just crack on, isn't it?
Or as Morgan Freeman said, get busy living or get busy dying. I often think that when I'm lying in bed at 12 o'clock.
Yeah?
Just that line that comes into my head, Morgan Freeman. Get busy living, breather. Get busy dying. I'm like, shut Morgan. Get
Yeah.
out of my room.
Or I don't know.
Get busy.
Fuck bitches get money?
Well,
I think that was 50 Cent.
self-care.
Oh, self-care is fucking
Self-care.
bitches and getting money.
Good one. I was in the living room where Dolores wrote Linger.
We sat
Yeah.
in the very spot that she wrote
Where
it.
she wrote
yeah,
Linger. I feel very privileged.
with
Dolores,
her-
I love you.
with her brother.
Always loved you. Remember I was at a concert of hers years ago, bouncing up and down with my friend, and everyone was just standing still. It was in the Pint.
And the pint.
We were just
the
like,
way you said
Animal,
that.
the animal instinct. I was just going crazy for her, and we were just looked like we were mental, but we were like giving
Look
loads.
Self-care is bouncing around at a Dolores concert.
Sure
You
is.
can't really do that anymore.
Self-care is making a Bridget's cross.
Or just getting some fucking counseling.
Bridget wouldn't get cross. She'd just make one.
Or she'd go to counseling. Because everyone should.
Self-care is talking to a counsellor. I suppose, yeah.
Yeah, go see a professional. Fuck. 60 quid. You'd spend 60 quid in the pub.
My mind, it's like 50 quid.
Yeah. And also, yeah, my mind have options where if you're, they means test you, like if you're on the dole or if you
Yeah, friends are always 20
aren't
quid.
making that much cash, then you can.
Yeah, it is good. It is good. It is good. Yeah, yeah. Self-care for me now. Self-care is watching Harry and Meghan on repeat.
Ew.
Well, no, I did watch it
With
yesterday.
his frostbitten dick. Get out of here.
No,
I'm sorry. I find that whole thing so embarrassing and so reachy and so like, oh, woe is me. I'm a fucking royal. Get the fuck out of here.
But
Who cares?
They don't know if that's actually.
It's so like,
true
what
or
are
not.
you? Like Kim Kardashian? Like, I thought you guys were supposed to be all aloof and fucking private and shut your hole and just come out and wave every now and again. But now it's.
They're not royals anymore, though. They left the royal family. Like, if you watch the documentary.
No,
Meghan
I
and
won't. I won't.
It's very good.
Because I don't care.
It's very good.
Who cares? No one cares.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Make a documentary about Dolores, then I'll care. Or someone I give a shit about. Do you know what I mean? Sorry,
she
get
seems-
very bad.
It's getting very bad. I know you're not a royalist. I'm not a royalist either. But
I
they're.
don't know. It's
It's
just
funny
so
that
embarrassing, all of it. It's
I
like, who
haven't-
cares? Who cares?
I haven't.
Who
heard-
cares?
Well,
Who cares?
the British public care.
Ah,
Because they
fuck them.
Buy the rags. The Daily
By the
Mail.
rags.
They're all like this. Like
Up the rags.
the rags. The Daily, I just think that whole journalism. Journalism is dead. They aren't journalists.
It's
They're
just
literally
scum.
clickbait
They'll just make a
scum.
documentary about
there's-
anything. They'll make anything about
No,
anything.
but it actually is good. I
Never
have
gonna
to
write
say.
a script.
But I did actually watch. Self care is watching White Lotus. Also binging on that.
Oh yeah, self care
Lotus
is
is
Jennifer
good.
Coolidge. Hi. I love her.
Her speech was good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Self care is.
Knowing that we're just on a fucking rock floating in space and nothing really matters and just do what you want. And fuck what your family says. If you want to be an artist, be an artist. Fuck if your family are like, get a good pensionable job. Would you not be a guard? No. I'm gonna fucking put a paintbrush in my arse and smear it around a page. And it's gonna be my niche and I'm gonna make a living off it. And you do
Lovely.
that. You do that. I will buy those paintings and the brush.
Did you always want to be an artist?
Oh, I always wanted to be an entertainer.
Entertainer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, self care is definitely following your dream. Because, well,
Gay.
yeah, well, it is really, really is. I think I've learned in my life that when I was, working as a healthcare assistant, whatever I was doing in my job, just making money and not creating, really, I was not happy at all. And so from doing that, then,
Rather be broke and happy than making money and sad.
yeah,
Amen.
amen. So, I mean, I think
As long as you can always afford a bread roll, you can afford to do it.
exactly.
Jerry Seinfeld said. But he was also, bit of a nepo baby, was he? I don't know.
Nepo baby, is that nepotism?
Or they got like rich parents or whatever.
Does he have rich
I have
parents?
no idea. But I'm just saying, as long as you can afford to have a roof over your head and food in your mouth, be an artist.
Well, the best artists are the ones that really did, like the likes of the Beatles, Jimi Hendrix, Bob Dylan even. They didn't come from money. Because that's, I think, truly, I'm not
Well,
saying
then
this-
we should be there anytime soon, right?
Well, we have to, the graft is the most exciting
Don't
thing.
tell me
And
about
the
the graph girl,
journey.
don't we know?
I mean, someone gives you like €1 million, there you go, like the likes of
Yeah, what was
Bill
it? Donald
Gates.
Trump. Donald Trump was like, my father gave me a small loan of $1 million. I was
Like Bill
this
Gates
is the
thinks
level.
he's this, fantastic.
You love talking about Bill Gates. Leave Bill Gates alone.
He is-
What has he ever done to you?
because
big
he's
nerd.
he just tried to do this in his garage and he's
Anyway,
Garrett is-
I'd say we're about there
Okay.
on time. So
okay. One last self care then.
okay. What-
One that you remember. Self care is pulling out an old Bridget card
Oh yeah,
and Bridget's
tarot. Oh, I should have brought. We'll bring tarot cards next time.
yeah, we'll do a big Bridget show next time. So
We've goddess ones.
one last thing for self care. Self care is hanging out with your friends.
And also taking alone time and telling your friends to fuck off when you need
Yeah.
to. How
How
are
you
you
in yourself?
How are you in yourself? Find the note.
How are you in yourself?
We're talking about your mental health. We're talking about your mental health. We're talking about your mental health.
See See you next Tuesday.
Love you. See you soon.